Hi, my name is Beth Hanning here for Board Game Geek at SPIEL 2018. I'm sitting down with David Esprit, and you're from De Vere. You brought us Papúa.
Yes, this is the first game that we want to present to you guys, and I hope you like it. I mean, the first thing that I want to point out is how gorgeous the game looks like.
It's beautiful, yeah.
And
I'm a sucker for maps on a game board.
well, that's a good thing. I mean, we paid really close attention to every detail of the game, from the meeples, the way they look, and the illustrations and the art. But of course, the most important thing is the game. So I'm gonna talk about the game.
Take us through it.
All right. So this is a classic Euro game. So if you like that sort of games, this is all about worker placement, resource management, and set collection. So in this
Pretty much
story,
just listed my 3 favorite things.
wow, brilliant. So in this game, we're the managers of these expeditions sent to the island of Papúa to discover this new island, right? So what we want to do is find new species of birds, animals, insects, plants, flowers, whatever, right? So this is the main objective for us. And the person who manages to get the most of these will get most prestige, more recognition when they come back to London, for example, right? So at the beginning, we will have a bunch of these guys. These are our explorers. So in the beginning of the game, we will roll a bunch of dice, like this. This result is taken into account from the second turn onwards. These are little disasters and accidents that may take our guys out of the action, but there's nothing that can be fixed with a couple of coins,
cash.
so that's fine. And but just for the sake of the purpose of the game, I'm going to change the result. So what you're going to do is you're going to assign these numbers to the different areas of the game. Okay, so where you want to go, where is more interesting for you to focus. All right, so let's say that I need some food to feed my expedition, so I'm going to assign 2 workers to this space, which I will label as number 1, so I can get 2 guys in here. All right, so that takes me away a couple of energy points, and I know that the most important area of the game is this one here, because this is where I can collect these new items that I need to find. So I will say that this is going to be number 4. So I get the number for cheat, and I will send 1 guy here. So that costs me 1 energy point. The other dice, I'm just gonna save my energy for now, and I'm done. Okay?
It's funny, I wasn't expecting that track to be going around the opposite way.
Yeah. Okay. So so then the next player will roll the dice, and if they roll any 1 or any 4, they will have, well, what was that?
There's
okay,
4.
right there. So they will have to send their workers into these specific locations, but the other ones are still available, and they can decide that, for example, this one is 5, it's going to be 5, so they will send a couple
5
of
chip out.
right there. So let's say we put a couple of guys here, and this is how you work. You will notice that there's 1 locked location in every round. The player with the lowest energy at that point will be able to block one of the areas of the game. Okay.
So why don't you take us through a quick tour of what each of these different areas do?
Of course. So the first one over there, that is the hut area. This is where you can recruit new people for your expedition. You can you're going to need the help of the local tribes to guide you through the forest and the different beach and mountains. So if you advance that in that track, you will get new meeples from the common pool into your personal reserve.
Makes sense, recruiting people from the village.
And you will be rolling more dice from now on. Okay?
But I imagine that might make your energy bleed down faster if you're placing a lot.
Yeah, you have to manage your strength, and yeah.
All right. Well, we know this is the area where you get to come.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave that for the end.
Okay.
So this is like logistics. So people will send their workers there, and these things which are randomly selected every round, the person who gets more people in there will be able to choose which is the one effect that he needs more in that turn. So you get to choose first. Over here you get the diary, the agenda, okay? And these are immediate effects that you can put in play right away. Also, at the end of the game, the person who's got more of these cards will get some extra points.
So receive 3 food, 2 coins, and 1 explorer from the general pool. So
Exactly.
hooray.
This area right here where we have a couple of guys in number 1, this is where you get food. This is the features that you're going to need to feed your explorers every time they go through one of these milestones. Okay?
And the requirements get higher, so we have 2 fish, 3 fish, 4 fish.
Yes.
I really want to say red fish, blue fish after that.
And of course you have to pay for this whole thing that you're doing, so you need cash. So this is where you recruit help from the investors. This is where you want to get more money. And finally, this is like probably the most important space in the whole game. This is why we are here for. We need to find these new flowers, these new birds of paradise, spiders, snakes, new civilizations. All of that is in here.
I'm going to just pull these up into the middle so we can. There's some examples of what we're trying to explore. All right, so when we place a figure here, are we just selecting one of these cards?
Not right away. This is what becomes like a sacred bidding part of the game. So each one of these, the first one is in the forest, the second one is in the mountains, and the other one is like in a volcano, all right? So from the workers that we have here, we will be placing them behind our screen. In our screen we have these areas. So what we're going to do is place the workers right behind each of these. Okay. So once we do that, everyone who's involved in that will locate their pieces in there, and then we will all reveal those screens at the same time.
So if you're lucky and no one else went to the volcano,
you may get it really cheap.
Right.
Right? So only if you win that bet, you will have to pay energy for the guys who actually went there and captured that beautiful bird. All right. So this is essentially the way you play Papúa. At the end of the game, this is where the point salad comes in. So if you manage to get different types of cards, this is it's going to give you a lot of points. Also, if you get multiple copies of any particular of these cards, you will get some more points. And as I said before, from the journals, you get those, and maybe some extra points here and there for extra cash, extra food,
a little extra energy left over.
Yes.
Yeah. How long do you think a full game takes?
Once you know how to play, it should take about 45 minutes, so maybe an hour and change. But it depends a lot on how the number of players and the way it plays. So I would recommend this game very much for groups of 3 to 5 players, but it also works for 2 players as well.
Well, if you guys want to check that out, that is Papúa, which is being published by DeVere Games. And David, thank you.
Thank you very much.